What's going on, my people? What's going on? Greetings to everyone. Greetings to everyone. Good day to anyone on here. Yeah, it's a free day, right? What the Germanics call Friday. It comes from the word free or freak, right? So the deity Freak, which is the deity, the wife of the deity Godin, aka God. So it's a freak day. I'm just documenting some few stuff on the streets. So let's go. Every time I come into this city, the symbolism here is, and the architecture is crazy. You know, it's just ridiculous symbolism all over the place. So that's this is New York City for you, the city that never sleeps. It's a free day, right? Freak day. So it's a hustle and bustle of New Yorkers, all trying to make ends meet, right? Trying to hustle for the day. Like I keep telling you, the symbolism here is crazy. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, I'm gonna try and have a better view of the symbolism I'm talking about. So whenever you come into this city, pay attention. This city is just run by Freemasons everywhere. There you go. These are some of the symbolisms I'm talking about everywhere. Right? They're everywhere. See? Right there to your left. They're everywhere. And some of us, we pay attention. We are not, the ignorant type, so we pay attention to every detail. Let me show you this one here. So this building is one of the biggest terminals, train terminals, and I think buses as well in the city. Just look at the symbolism all over the place, right? From all over here all the way to the top, right? See the symbolisms right there? It's everywhere, everywhere, everywhere is all symbolism. Pay attention to the statues. Some of them are actually deities, right? Pay attention to the hand symbolism. I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in so you see what I'm talking about, right? See the hand symbolism of the one standing? Yeah. And then you have a woman to his left, and the one standing has wings, and he's holding a sword with Dionysus, which is a snake deity, right? Cord around the sword. And then you have the one on the right. He's holding something like a papyrus in his hand, in his right hand. And then you have this symbol right here, which is the symbol, the UN. If you look at a lot of symbols, like in this country, you know, the World Health Organization has that symbol. Let me put it right on top so you see what I'm talking about. So the World Health Organization has the same symbol, right? The US itself has that symbol on a few of its emblems, you know, and the US dollar as well, obviously. And a lot of the states in the US has that symbol as well. I don't want to bore you with all you know, the information regarding what these symbols mean, but maybe at the appropriate time. I just want you to see, you know, that nothing is what it seems to be. Basically, nothing is what it seems to be. Everything has a meaning. Everything is controlled by a certain type of deeper meaning, esoteric meaning, if I should put it that way. So like I said, this is what we call the Grand Central Terminal, New York City. It's the biggest terminal here in the city. So hustle and bustle of the day, people going about their businesses. And then as usual, you have the eagle, a homeless person right over here. Then you have the eagle on the other end of the terminal. Let me zoom in so you see it clearly. So right there, see the eagle right there. These are all symbolisms that a lot of people do not know about, do not pay attention to, with some of us, obviously, because we are into stuff like this. We pay attention to this type of stuff, and it's the symbolisms I'm talking about is dotted everywhere, right up there, you see, right up there. The symbolism is everywhere. It's so crazy. Like every time I come into this city, cities like this, cities like Boston, cities like District of Columbia, DC, what we call Washington, DC, I'm always looking out for symbolism. So this video is not for everyone. I see some coming on, you know, and leaving. So it's not for everyone. If you are not into esoteric stuff, please, vamos. Hey, focus. How you doing? Greetings. Nana Mills, greetings to you as well. How you doing? Focus. A special greetings to you, Focus. Anyami Palmer, Johnny. Thank you, thank you. Yoshaga or your Japan. So back to the symbolism. So this is, if you just got on to my live, this is, I'm just documenting. I'm just walking around documenting the streets of New York. So you see how beautiful some of these buildings are right up here. You walk 2-3 blocks and there are homeless people all over the place. Do not be fooled, my people. Trinidadians will be telling you, yeah, this is basically where Trinidadians usually comes to do his videos. You come tell you, share form. Every 2 seconds, yeah, and all that stuff. But it's not really necessarily true. You know, some of the stuff he says is true, but some are also not true. So you see the beauty of this area. You walk 2-3. You saw me earlier with the homeless person. I was showing you a homeless person earlier, back there. They are all over the city, you know. And it's a shame because this city takes more taxes than any other city. Probably, maybe in the entire Western world. More taxes, like, it's crazy. And yet, you have homeless people everywhere. Everywhere. And that's when, today I'm not talking Ghana. I might probably come back to that later. But I'm just, for a few minutes, I'm just documenting, you know, how this place looks like. Especially the symbolism that comes with the city and the architecture that comes with it. So if you just joined me, this is just this video doesn't have a specific how do you call it, agenda. You know, it's just documenting freely. As I'm walking around, I'm just documenting. You know, since today is a freak day, right? The deity freak. That's a statue right there. Since today is the Germanic deity Frigg, who is the wife of what you call Gordon, aka God, right? So that's her day, according to the Germanics. But we say Efida or Fida, you know, or so, as my Gadangwe people say. This is a church. Just pay attention to the symbolisms, right? It's crazy. It's just crazy. The symbolisms all over that church, as you see it. You know? And these churches are built with the symbolism, the benign symbolism behind it. If you don't know, you don't know. So like I said earlier, this video is not for everyone. That's a statue right there. This video is for people who are into esoteric knowledge and stuff like that. It's going to be a short video. There you have the symbolism of the sun right there on top of this building, and then the double wings right there, you know, the two wings, the winged bird they call it. So the symbolism is everywhere. It's everywhere. Let me see if I can go over to the church and see a few more symbolism over there. So this is, I can't see from here. I have to wait for the traffic light, you know, to go for pedestrians to cross, and then I can walk over and show you. It's the Church of Our Savior, I think. this is just random. I didn't plan this. I was in the city doing some 102B, and I'm like, Charlie, let me just document this, you know. This is okay. So this just pay attention to the symbolism, right? You have on the right, you have this is two. So people who don't know this, if you take a state like New York, or if you take a state like Virginia, or if you take a state like North Carolina, or if you take New Jersey, Massachusetts, they all have this. I'm not talking about the one in the middle. Okay, they have the two women holding the pillars. There's a deity we call Artemis, right? But if you don't know, you don't know. And these are some of the stuff I'm talking about. Look, even the drawing you have up here is all symbolism. There are deeper meaning to some of these symbols you see here. Let me come closer so you see. You see this symbol right here? You see this right here? This right here, right? You see them? They're all different symbols. Why? Ask yourself, why would you have? Today I'm not going to go deep into esoteric knowledge and all of that, but I just want you to see the level of, you know, brainwashing people have gone through for over 400 or 500 years, right? You have, obviously they call him, because this is the church. I'll go to the other side so you see. It's the Church of Our Savior or something like that, right? You have these two deities, you know, accompanying him. But if you don't know who those two deities are, and every single the pillars you see, right? If you know anything about Freemasonry, it's obvious. And then you have the wings, you have the pillars, and then the cross in his left hand, and even the hand gesture itself, you know. And then ask yourself, what's this child's head doing up here? What's he doing up here? Listen. So the church is Roman Catholic Church of Our Savior. That's the name of the church. I don't want to go in there and cause trouble like I always do. I just want to go around so you see the other side of the building. So here you have so-called angels, right? Look, just look at the symbols. If you don't know anything about esoteric teachings, you have no idea what's going on, right? You have no idea if you don't know what these symbols mean. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you. So up here you have an angel with wings, a winged angel, so-called angel, right? Praying. And then you have a woman, Osiris and Isis, obviously. Whichever version of, whether it's Sumeria, it's Egypt, is, you know, Zoroastrianism, whichever area you want to take a look at, you know, you see the lady, the mother and child, right? The deities. And then you have below the mother and deity, the mother and child, there's this little child, right? I don't know. And if you pay attention, there's one child to your right, there's one child to your left, right? And then there's one up there, and they all have how do you call it? It looks like dreads if you pay attention. The one to the right has the rounded, you know, hairstyle we have as Africans, and then the one in the middle, if you connect those three, they form a triangle. And if you know what triangles mean to these people, you understand exactly what I'm saying. And then on top, back to the top, you have two men, right, standing to the right. I mean, not standing, they bowing to the right, offering Isis, obviously Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which I don't know, but Isis and Osiris, something which You know, and then another lady bowing to the left. You know, the church is closed, so from this side it's open on the other side, but I don't want to go in there and be awesome. Up there you have more symbolism. And over here you have a more benign symbolism up there. Listen. And then up here, you have all these symbols. Actually, what are these symbols doing here? These symbols are usually, you know, used in other religions. Like if you go into Hinduism, right? What is this symbol? Let me zoom in so you see. What is this symbol doing up here? Right? What is this doing up here? What is this doing up here? This and this and this, and you see it has a bull right up there. You see there's a bull right there, right here. Let me see if I can show you. There's a bull up there, all in green. Then there's a lion. There's a lion up here as well, right? There's a lion. I don't know if you can see. There's a lion and a ram, right? Then there's a child. So actually, what are these symbols doing in the church? Listen. Again, right here, you can see the symbols are back. Okay, now let me zoom in. The symbols are back here. You can see right there the two lions. If you know anything about the English crest, right, and the emblems of the English people, they usually use these two symbols, same as many other European countries, right? Oh, Nanama, yes. So it's everything I'm showing you is real. Everything I'm showing you here is real. I'm standing right in front of the church and documenting all this stuff. There you have another two female deities, right, with the Maltese cross. Now let me show you this. This cross right here is not the normal cross, you know. They call it the Maltese cross, M-A-L-T-E-S-E, right? If you know what that is all about, you'll be shocked. Okay, but they'll never teach you any of these in your churches, right? They'll never. Then the symbolism of the sun right at the door, right? And if you count them, it's exactly 30. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 on this side, 12 on that side. Symbolism again. You can see right there. Nanama, you can see it says Rectory of Our Savior Church, right? 59 Park Avenue. Oh, I forgot. Oh, this is very important. So you see the Omega sign up there? Let me point to it so you see what I'm talking about. Oh, my hand cannot. Okay, so my hand is trying to point to the Omega sign. Oh, but I hope you see it right there to your right, right? Actually, so what is an Omega sign doing in a church? What is an Omega sign? And Alpha, right? If you know anything about Greek, the signs behind, you know, these symbols, right? The Omega symbol, the Alpha symbol, you understand what I'm talking about. But this might not make sense to a lot of people. And then right across the church, there's looks like an apartment building with symbolism all over this building. Okay, so the question I'll be asking you've seen some of the symbols for yourself. Yeah, Dennis, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You've seen some of the symbolisms for yourself. Yeah, Nanama, the eagle you just showed us, is it real one? Yes, it's real eagle. Like, this is the church again. Roman Catholic Church of our Savior. You know, they are doing their whatever. I don't want to go in there. If I was privileged to go in there, I would have shown you more. Oh, no, I get you now. You're asking if the eagle is a real eagle. Oh, no. It's a statue. No, it's a statue. Again, symbolisms everywhere. Everywhere, Charlie. I don't know what that statue is doing there. But what is fascinating is you have in the middle of the street this symbolism, this statue doing the yoga pose, right? The hand gesture is so it's so important. If you know what that gesture means, how and why the elites, Freemasons to be more specific, and then if you go to the real, what most people don't know is if you go into what we call Judaism just how do you call it? Judaism is just a charade, right? It's just a benign way of covering up for the real Jewish religion, which they call Kabbalah, right? I don't even want to go into the origins of it, the connection with the Ewe people in Ghana and all of that, how they converted. So this is the statue I'm talking about, with the yoga pose, right? The hand symbolism, and she dressed, I don't even know what that is, half naked, you know, with just I don't even know how to describe that. But we're just documenting. This is a free range, like Kevin Taylor would say, today is a fantastic free day. Free, what, right? People say free day, Friday. Frigg is the name of the deity they named Friday after. Frigg is the deity, I said it earlier, but some of you weren't here, so let me repeat it. Frigg, F-R-I-G-G, you can Google it. She's the wife of the deity the Europeans brought to you, they call Godan, aka Wodan, aka Odin, aka God. So the deity they brought to you has a wife. Her name is Frigg, or Freya, F-R-E-Y-A, right? Or Frigg, F-R-I-G-G. And that's the deity they named Friday after. Yeah, that's a little bit of information for you. Hey, I'll say, Charlie, I hope say you'll be good, you'll chill. We're just walking around documenting. I'm just showing some of the symbolism in the architecture. Today I'm not teaching anything, I'm not going deep into anything. I'm just showing you stuff that nothing is what it seems to be, and everything is run, you know, by certain energies, certain knowledges, certain esoteric stuff. So when you're walking around, especially those of you living in the Western world, pay attention to the symbolism. It's so key. Symbolism is everywhere, every corner. Symbolism is there on the streets, on the buildings. Because the Western world was built on occult, what we call occult. Occult simply means hidden knowledge, basically, right? And it's very important for us to know. For us to know some of this stuff. It's important, you know. So I'm just walking around once again. This is the streets of New York, specifically what they call Manhattan. This is where the New York Stock Exchange, the United Nations headquarters, the World Health Organization, all the so-called global people, the people that run so-called the world. This is where they basically have, it's not far from me. The United Nations headquarters is not far from where I am. But Charlie, today I didn't intend to even do a live video. I was just walking and I saw some esoteric symbolism in the architecture of the buildings, and I just decided to show you. You saw earlier in the church some of the symbolisms in the terminal, you know, the train terminal. Oh, Anyami, ni Charlie, do your thing, you know. Okay, another one, right? So you see this building right here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, I'm zooming in so you can see. So you see from here, right? The middle of this video, to your left, you see a human head, right? Then below it, it looks like a, I don't know if it's a dragon or whatever it is. I really don't know. And then you see it, it's the same symbolism all across to the other end. Actually, so why would you have such symbols on buildings, my people? Why? You saw the earlier one on the church and on the terminal, right? Why would you have, you know, this is something for some of you to start thinking about. This world is not what you think it is. Everything that happens, you know, in this world first has to happen in the spiritual realm before it comes to the physical, you know. Grand rising, Mr. Furry. Grand rising to you as well. I hope you're doing well. You know, that's the question you should be asking. Like, why would these people have buildings, right? And then have all these weird symbols all over the buildings? It just tells you exactly what I'm talking about. This world was built in the spiritual before it came into the physical realm. So if you don't understand some of these things, a lot of things wouldn't make sense to you. But once you understand some of these things, okay, another symbolism right here, right? You see up there, right here, you see a man wearing a cloak with the right there. I don't know if you can see my hand. Let me go. See right there. Right there, you see it, and then it has the time, right? And that's the time here. It's only 4 minutes to 9 o'clock in the morning. And you see, why would they have such? Oh, and then you can see the camera documenting, like right, you know, on top of the symbolism I'm showing you right here. This is a country built on surveillance. Like everywhere you go there are cameras, but then they delude people to think that they're actually free. You see the irony of, you know, every corner you pass there's a camera right there, like it's watching me right now, like I'm showing you. And pay attention to all the symbolisms on this thing. It's not just maybe some of you don't. Me, I'm really big on how do you call it, symbolism, because symbolism runs this world. I made a post recently on Elon Musk a few days ago, and I was emphasizing what symbolism is all about. Every country, especially the Western countries, was built on this, all this hidden knowledge, right? So you can see right there, why would they have all these symbolisms all over, right? But you go to a typical Ghanaian, how do you call it, household, you see small symbol, no, oh, where bosom, where baye, the ignorance, the sheer ignorance of our people, you know, not even knowing who they are, right? It's It's crazy. Oh, I'll say. Oh, Charlie, I don't have the time. You know, I'll be finishing with this video very soon. But I just wanted you to see. Later on, I'll do a video on the symbolism and why specific type of symbolisms. If you joined me late, you saw the one I showed you in the church, the symbolisms. Okay, that's another one as well. So you see this deity right here, right? It's a deity, but a lot of people do not even know what it is. This is a Nigerian deity. You one day will go into it deeper into it. What you call Starbucks, the deity, is a mermaid. You can see it right there, right? They drill people into not even knowing their history. So people go into this store thinking that they're buying just a cup of coffee or tea. But what they don't know is this is an African deity, right? Which they have no idea about. That deity was reciprocated. Bravo. That deity was reciprocated in Greece, all over Greece. But it's a Yoruba deity, right? It's a Yoruba deity. Those of you who know, I don't want to bore you with the history of it and all. Today I'm just showing you certain things that you should know. Pay attention, my people. When you're walking around, don't just walk. Pay attention to everything around you. The world is not what it seems to be. There's more to it, right, than what the eye see. I wish I have a third eye, like my people, some of my people have, like people like Congo, people like Komi, my senior brother Komi. You know, they have some of this ability. I wish I had that ability to show you whilst I'm walking around, to show you some of the people who are actually not human and some who are. Okay, another one right here. Ask yourself, why would they deliberately have these symbols all over this building, right from the top, right? You can see all the symbols from all the way from the top all the way down, right? See weird looking symbols all over the place, and people think it's just for fun. No, my paddy, you are wrong. Oh, I'll say, so like I'm telling you, today I'm not here to, you know, go deeper into the symbols. I'm just here to show you that when we talk, we are not just talking. We know exactly what we are talking about, right? It's just that a lot of people do not know some of these things. So I'm just showing you. One day we'll go deep into the symbolism, what each of them mean. Old architectural designs use many symbolism. Various cultures had various symbols, and you are right, they pertain to spiritualism. Absolutely on point. You know, yeah, the ignorance is too much. People will even reject you over some. Charlie, I tell you, one of my live videos, I did a video visiting the African, how do you call it, burial ground, right, where ancestors were buried. You've seen that video because I sent it to you, and I were even talking about it. That's another symbolism. Look at the weird symbols, some weird animals all over this building, right? And then on top of that, you see the lion head, right there, the lion head. Why would they have a lion head? And the lion is not fully a lion. It looks like half lion, half human. But why would they have it there? I'm just trying to poke your minds, you know, about some of these things, Charlie. I'm just trying to poke your minds because a lot of people just walk around. They have no idea what's going on in this world. They have absolutely no idea. Yeah, like I was saying, I did a video, if you remember, I did a video going to the African burial ground showing how people were buried, how ancestors were buried in some of these places, right? And if you remember, I was showing you some of the symbols. Later on, you know, somebody saw the video and Charlie was inboxing me Wait from all these symbols. What am I talking about? Like, oh, you won't see my face. My face, the bonyo face. Oh, my face make bonyo cry. My face this, oh, ni. My face this. You know, people talking about, oh, how can you be showing some of these symbols? As if these are African symbols, oh, represented right here in the United States. But then you go to Ghana and you have people, you know, some of our people having some of these symbols on the doors, on their doors, doorposts, you know, buildings. If you go to places like Nungwa, right, a lot of the houses have a lot of symbols, like really beautiful symbols with deeper esoteric meaning. But our people will ignorantly call this evil. They have no idea what the symbols mean. They haven't even done. They wouldn't even make any efforts, you know, to even make an attempt to find out what the symbols are and what they mean. But they will just quickly conclude, right? Oh, nee, I make obolo. My face make bonyo. See the way my goatee come. Oh, Charlie. Yeah. So you know, I've spoken for almost an hour now. Just look at those. Let me go back. Just look at these symbols right here, up here, my people. Right? The eagle, again. The eagle symbolism up here. Let me zoom in so you see it. Right there. The eagle symbolism. And then the symbol up on top of the eagle symbol. It's crazy. It's crazy, my people. It's crazy. Oh, Charlie, Dennis. The gray head, yeah, Charlie, it be forward, nothing there inside. Again, the symbolism, right? Symbolism up there. Symbolism. It's so important. And you mean, there are African symbols that were stolen. Yes, definitely, you know, these were stolen symbols. You know. Oh, Onupa Osabu. Mini yano. Do your thing. Nueche. Shouts to you, Neo Sabu. Shouts to you, Neil Rod. Shouts to you, Dennis. Shouts to Focus. Shouts to Nanama Mills. Shouts to Osei, my brother Osei. Shouts to Opinion for Mensa. Sorry, Badiakun. Thanks for staying tuned in to this video. Like I said, this wasn't intended whatsoever. It was just a niche I had when I saw a few things that I thought it was worthy of, you know, bringing to your attention. And like I said from the beginning of this video is not for everyone. It's just for people who are interested in knowing some of these things, esoteric information, esoteric knowledge, right up there. Again, once again, if you see, okay, let me zoom in so you see it. You see those symbols out there, right? Why would they have those symbols up there? And the symbols, it cuts across. Like you see in the middle, they have, you know, another symbol, right? Right over there, they have another symbol as well. You know, so today, like I said, I'm not here to go deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm just here for a few people, you know, like trying to find out, trying to pay attention to some of the things that we see on a daily basis without paying attention to them. And like I was telling you, I wish I had time. I would have shown you. So you see, this area is really nice. This is like 2-3 blocks away, right? Another 2-3 blocks to either the east or the west, you find tons of homeless people all over the place, you know. And so that's one of the things I'm talking about. Like, it's not just the so-called grandeur, the beauty of this place, but it's also, I'm even lost, Charlie. And they go someplace where I have to check where they go. Yeah, my people. So thanks for tuning in once again. Oh, you see, I got lost, Charlie. I got lost again for the second time. Like I said from the beginning, this video is not intended. I just wanted to show you certain few, how do you call it, symbolisms. Earlier on, those of you who just got here, we saw the church, the symbolism on the church, the Catholic Church, all the numerous symbolisms. And then we saw the terminal, right? We saw the terminal, we saw all the symbolism on the terminal. Then we saw regular buildings, the architecture, and all that comes with it. So, my people, I might have to end here unless somebody has questions for me whilst we are here. Take advantage, show you certain things around, and then we call it a day. And sorry, my people, if usually when I do these live videos, I have tons of people from all over the world, you know. So that's why I don't speak a lot of our languages. So you see me not limiting myself to Gan, Ever, Dangbe, Chi, you know, but I speak a lot of English because other people also watch people who are not from Ghana. So because I have people all over the world who watch some of these videos, so that's why you usually see me not focusing on our languages, which is very important. It's not like I cannot speak our language. Some of you know I can speak very well our language, but I'm forced to speak the Caucasian language, the Germanic language we call English, right? Which stands from Sanskrit all the way to the German language itself. Today I don't want to bore you with a lot of history and all of that. I just want to show you, you know. Trini Jonas will say every 1 minute be a buying person. Oh, Trini Jonas. Every 1 minute be a buying person. Even though this is not an buying basso, but Trini Jonas, every bus he sees, he will say every 1 minute be a buying person. Okay, back to. So if you pay attention up here, you see symbolisms all over again. The symbolism you see here is a common theme in a lot of national and corporate, the international corporations. A lot of them use this symbol. A lot of them. You know, I'm talking about this symbol right here, right? The one on top, and then you have the two ram horns as well below it. So oh, did I miss any question? No, I don't think I did. Abigail Che, you are 100% welcome. I didn't even know you were here. Chigache. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you taking time off. I know how, you know, difficult things are in Ghana with buying data, etc. And you spend time watching it. So I really appreciate you being here. Me, that guy, at least he's also helping people be woke more. Charlie, today me I don't want to talk Ghana matters because if I start, I'm not going to end. You know, Ghana, I don't even know what word to use, what adjective to describe the state of Ghana right now. It's in tatters, like it's in the doldrums, basically. You know, so that's another conversation for another day. But Chini Jonas, yeah, I mean, I posted about him 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It was a post I made about him like a year ago, and I reposted it, saying that 90 to 80% of what he says is true. It's just that he embellishes them, you know. He embellishes whatever he says. So that's another symbol up here for you on the wall, right there. I don't know if you can see it. Why would you have the sun, right, and then something that looks like a snake, right, and so many other weird symbols, you know, on a building, right? And then you have Versace down here, Versace store. The symbol, the Versace symbol is not here, but even when you look at the Versace symbol, you see some of the symbols I've showed you in this video. They have that symbol. I don't want to go deep into. Oh, that's another one. Bentley. You see the Bentley symbol, right? This is all coincidental. I never planned any of this. I'm just you've seen obviously from the beginning. But it's when you know some of these things, you can't help but, you know, point them out. You see the Bentley symbol right there. You see its two wings. I showed you an earlier symbol which is two wings. Even in the church, you saw the two kids, and there was the one that had two women with wings, right? If you don't know, you don't know. So Bentley, you've seen the Bentley symbolism, right? Okay. And then you even see Lexus, right? Pay attention to the symbols right there. Then Versace, the symbol is not showing here, but if you Google Versace symbol, you see that some of the symbols I showed you, they have them. Look, it's not a coincidence that you have all these symbols all over the place, including some of these corporate symbols. I just showed you the Mehmet deity, the Yoruba Mehmet deity, right? Which they call Starbucks, right? You just saw it right there earlier. You know, Nanama. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you represented. Dennis, we are living in a white man's world. Partially true, partially false. We are living in a so-called Caucasian world because our people refuse to wake up from the ignorance, over 500 years of ignorance. Obviously, look, if you take even a 30-day period, right, and I repeat something to you over and over and over and over, at some point within that 30-day period, it's going to get stuck into your head. Okay? If within 30 days I keep on repeating something over and over and over and over and over to you, it's how the human brain works. At some point it's going to stick. But I'm lost again, Charlie. Okay, maybe I should go this way. It's going to stick. But once you start waking up from the illusion and the delusion, you realize that all that will go away, because the more you have knowledge, the more you wake up from the delusion and the illusion. So yes, to a large extent, imagine somebody you know, enslaving you, colonizing you, and neo-colonizing you for about 500, 600 years. This is why I don't criticize so-called Christians, right? And people who are still in the so-called matrix. I don't really criticize them too much. Sometimes so-called conscious people get frustrated because we post all this knowledge, all this information. All it takes is for them to start researching a little bit, right? But they don't. So I understand the frustration. But at the same time, imagine some of us, look, it took me after senior high school when I went to the university, right? I used to go to, there's a library at the University of Ghana where I attended. The premier university, obviously, where I attended. There's a library there called the BAM Library. Those of you who know the BAM Library will attest to what I'm saying. And before I entered the University of Ghana, I never knew a library like that even existed, where all the books, everything there, right? Well, not the entire library, obviously, but there's a huge section of what we call the Africania or the Africana section, right? Where everything there was all African related books on Africa, African history, African philosophers, right? Like you never hear in that section, which is huge. It's like, Charlie, it's really huge. It's over 500, 600 meters long, and even on the vertical side, I think it's almost around the same. You know, look, it's free. If you want to, even if you are not a student, you can actually go to that library. I will encourage some of you to go there. It's called the BAM Library, BALME. Once you get to University of Ghana campus, all you need is an ID card. You can borrow books from there for a few days, right? I've always known that everything they told us was a lie, but my serious awakening started when I went to the BAM Library. When I went to the BAM Library, the kind of information I saw, the deception, the awakening, right, about our African history, you know, which is a global history, because some of you don't even know that our people were living in all the way India, China, the so-called Americas for years, right? I realized that, Charlie, we've been lied to, you know. So then that I was already in the university. I was studying some of these so-called courses anyway, religion and the rest of it. So that catapulted my yearning to even do more research. You know, I've slept in that library before, and may the Most High bless my friend. So his name is Michael Ni Amashite, wherever he is. You know, I lost him when we finished university. I was doing my national service. I just got a job. I was teaching in a school, senior high school, and I had spoken to him like 2-3 days before. And then one of our friends, one of my best friends from Kumasi called me. It's like, have you heard from him? I'm like, no, I just spoke to him like 2-3 days ago. He's dead. May his soul rest in power. So he used to come wake me up, you know, in that library, because I would study so much that I would sleep in the library, and then they'll lock up the library. And then he was my roommate, you know, so come on for shouts to all vandals, you know. So he will come wake me up sometimes or call me, and then I realize, Charlie, I've studied, look, and once you get engulfed in our ancestral knowledge, our history, Charlie, there's no turning back. You realize that everything, the Eurocentric perspective is all a lie, you know. It's all a lie. I'm telling you. I'll take it from you. All the Eurocentric stuff you see, it's all a lie. Like, especially once you start studying your African knowledge, right? And I always tell people, oh, people say, oh, Africans, we are using it for juju, we are using it for magic. That's pure ignorance. Pure ignorance. Like, if you know anything about African history, you know that the computer, for example, was they invented a computer through what they call the binary code. I've posted this on my Facebook page for years, several times. What they call the binary code, which is what the Yoruba people call Ifa system, right? Ifa spiritual system. The Evers call it Afan. Gadangbe people, we call it Afan as well. Igbo people also call it Afan. This is where they got the code from to start developing what we call a computer. I posted about Philip Emieguale, the one who developed the first supercomputer in the world. I've posted about him. He's a Nigerian. He's and he got it from the Ifa system, our spiritual system. So our spiritual system is pure science. When I posted that post, I added proof, scientific proof from your Eurocentric scholars. Because most of the time when we post African scholars, you don't even believe it. So I remember that post very well. When I did the binary code post about how computers, you know, started, I added the knowledge to it. The proof. Because some of you, you personally, I don't believe in all that. Oh, you have to prove this. I have nothing to prove to nobody. But usually there are some people, doubting Thomases, you know, they believe anything the Eurocentric perspective tells them. Me, I view everything from the African perspective, especially since I woke up. Because once I realized that everything the European knew was taught to them by the African. And then on top of that, everything they tell you is actually a twist of it, right? Since then, if an European tells me to look left, I look right. And I question why he's asking me to look left and not right. That's me personally. So, like I'm telling you, once you wake up, you're going to lose friends, you're going to lose family, you're going to lose people who don't want to even associate themselves to you. When you post, they wouldn't like it. That's why shouts again to Dennis, shouts to Ofori Mensah, people like that, people like my brother Nana Kwamina and San Neil Rod, Anyemi, people like Raskotoka, people like Etin Bentum, my brother. You know, these are people who are consistently liking my posts, and I appreciate it so much, because even when people know that what I'm posting is the truth, simply because it's coming from me, they wouldn't like it. That's the irony of it. And like I'm telling you, once you wake up, you are going to lose friends, because you see, it's very difficult to stand on your 2 feet by yourself, you know. And how do I put it? It's very difficult to, I'm trying to find a way to explain it so you get what I'm saying. It's very difficult to stand on your 2 feet against the world, basically. Because in your worldview, once you wake up and you're talking about some of these issues, you know, it's a taboo to a lot of people. People don't even want to discuss these delusions, religious delusions especially. For example, you know, once they had Jesus, they don't even want to question where the doctrine of Jesus came from, right? Who brought it to them? Why is it that even Christians believe that there's a Jesus, when the Jews who brought them the so-called book, who were actually converts from the Ever people, the Khazars, right? The 3rd, 4th century was when the Evers, who were the Evers, and I would say, I would even specify the Evers basically because what you call Kabbalah or Judaism is basically what Evers practice, right? The African version of it, which the Caucasians, the Khazars, and the Ashkenazi stole and made it theirs in the 3rd and 4th century. But they don't even show you anything about what they call Kabbalah, right? Which is the esoteric portion of Judaism. I don't even want to go into it. Today, see, Charlie, I don't know if I didn't want to go into all these subjects. Today I just wanted to show you you know, some of the, how do you call it, some of the symbolism. And you guys are making me go into history, which is going to bore some people, you know, because it's not every time you have to go. Yeah, Anyemi, Ofori, I'm trying to read your message. You said, there is no turning back. I'm trying to find it. Yes, you said there's no turning back when you study your original African history, culture, and spirituality. 100%. So, like I was saying earlier, whatever you call magic or juju is what they practice, and they call it alchemy. Alchemy. You can even Google the word chemistry. Chemistry comes from us, right? And what our people practice is what we call alchemy. Alchemy. It's when you bring something from the unnatural state to a physical state. That's what our people practice. It's pure science. Oh, Charlie Dennis, sorry. Your bundle will finish. Sorry. Myself, I need to cut this video. I'm going somewhere, and once I chanced upon some of this stuff, the church, like we saw earlier, and all that stuff, I decided, let me bring it to my people's attention, you know, so they see the other side of things. So that's basically what happened. Then it's your bundle. I know. Charlie, it's difficult buying credit. So Charlie, Ghana hard. Charlie, people make they go into other realms. So I didn't want to go into history or talk about Ghana today, because sometimes Ghana, if you start talking, you wouldn't end. Today I just wanted to show you, you know, some of the symbolism around this place. Okay, so I might have to end this video. Shouts to all of you that tuned in. I appreciate spending time, you know, how difficult buying bundles are, buying credits, and you still found time to. Okay, let me show you around a little bit, so you see still finding time to tune in tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope you learned something new or something beneficial on this live video. If you did, you can share it to somebody. Let somebody also, you know. I don't have time, to be honest. If I had time, every day I'll be doing a live video. I don't. I'm a very. My time is really tight. It's extremely tight. I know people always tell me, Charlie, come on live. I have tons of information. I'm not making this up. I have tons of information to share. Anybody that have sat down with me, not even sitting down, even if you make a call and we delve a little bit into history, you realize that, Charlie, this guy is talking a lot of stuff that mainstream people have never heard before, you know. And shouts to all the conscious people who keep on pushing and pushing out the message, you know, to the world and to obviously our people back home, you know, especially those who are back home who buy credits, you know, and go live to spread the information. You have no idea how much we appreciate you. And those who post every day, posting some knowledge here and there. Solomon Yeboah, Yao, my brother Yao Georgia, Nerod, Dennis, Mr. Ofori Mensah, the Diakon, you know, all these people. Nana Kwamina Ansa, Anyemi, do your thing. Oh, you are not here, but I know you come and see the video later. You know, all these people who are posting every day, there are so many names I can't even my senior brothers, Ralph, and then Victor, you know, my sister Evangeline, you know, so many names. Nanama, Majwa, you know, Efia in the UK, my sister Focus. Plenty people, you know. Shouts to all of you. Like they always say, it takes a step, you know. So gradually we'll get there. So on this note, I'll say peace out.